I've been reading the book of John, and I just want to share something with you from John 4, from verse 21. It says, Jesus said to her, Woman, believe me, and the hour is coming when neither in this mountain nor in Jerusalem will you worship the Father. And in verse 23 it says, But an hour is coming, and now is, when the true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For such people, the Father seeks to be his worshippers. I love that. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Two things I just want to share with you. Number one is we need to stop confining God to one specific place. What do I mean by that? Just as Jesus is saying here, that in his time, the Israelites would go to Jerusalem to worship God in the temple, and Samaritans had their own mountains. That's where they would go. But Jesus says there is a time coming, and that the time has already come, when those who worship God will worship him in spirit and in truth, not confined to any geographical place. So this sort of thinking that it's only a church where I have to worship God. It's only church I have to, I can go and pray. And we do this because when it comes to that Sunday or Saturday, whenever, we make it extra special because we're going into God's church. But here's the thing, if we are making extra special to go and meet God, why don't we do extra special every day? Because God is spirit, and he's not only confined to church, he's everywhere. He is everywhere. So if we really want to worship God, let's worship God every day, because he's always with us. And that's what it means in spirit and in truth. God is spirit, that means everywhere. But we also need to worship him in spirit, that with our very most innermost being, like laying it all on the line, and in truth, with a full understanding of who God is. And that's what I want to say to you. Let's stop confining God to one place. Open our eyes and realize that God is everywhere, and that I can worship him today, I can worship him tomorrow, I can worship him on Saturday, I can worship him on Sunday, but not in just one specific place. But when it comes time to worship, when I mean worship, I mean humble yourself, acknowledging who God is, not necessarily singing. When it comes to worshiping, we got to do it with all of our beings, a full understanding of who God is. And that means when we finish there, I don't know if it's ever happened to you, you've gone to church, you had such a glorious time with the praise music and the worship, and you feel so good. As soon as you come out, you feel dampened, like, don't feel good. Because while you may have connected in spirit, the truth of who God is in your life is lacking. And that's what you also need. In spirit and in truth, God says that he's seeking for those who worship him in spirit and truth, because those are his true worshippers. You and me are. You and I are. We just need to know, and we just need to start. So if you've got 5 minutes today, I want to challenge you. Worship God. God bless you.